Hey guys, and welcome to our yoga flow today. Our plan is to first review Ujjayi breath, which is our yoga breath, and then we are going to work on our sun salutations. The reason I like to actually break down and workshop the sun salutations is because I think they're really important, and there's something that by the end of this class you should be able to move through on your own and follow your own breath. So that's the reason I kind of workshop them the first day and take it really slow so that it is something that you can do on your own. But first we're going to talk about our breath. So your breath in your yoga practice is the most important part of your yoga practice. And your breath should precede the movement, and your breath should guide the movement. And in yoga, the breath that we use is called Ujjayi breath. So just like Dora the Explorer, you can say Ujjayi. And Ujjayi translates to victorious. And what I like about the Ujjayi breath is that it helps energize your body throughout your practice. It's invigorating, but at the same time, it also can help you to slow down, to relax, and to find deeper positions in your yoga postures. So the breath in your yoga practice is a really great tool. So that's what we're going to work on today at the very beginning of our practice. You're going to find, I'm going to scoot back slightly, you're going to find just a comfortable seated position. And from your comfortable seated position, you are going to find your hands on your knees, in your lap, roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears. And now take your eyes closed, gently tuck your chin, and I want you to first just notice your breath before you change it in any way. So maybe you can feel your breath coming in through your nostrils. Maybe your chest is gently rising and falling. Now I want you to start to deepen your breath. So as you inhale, feel your rib cage start to expand. And as you exhale, slow down your breathing. We're going to breathe together now to my count. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your deepest breath. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can open your eyes, maybe slouch again. So that was some really great breathing. However, to take it a step further and to move into your Ujjayi breath, you want your breath to be a little bit more audible. So we're going to try that again. There's a couple of ways that I like to teach this. Today we're going to practice fogging up an imaginary window. So you've all probably fogged up a window. You open your mouth and you make that really loud and that's what we're going to do at first. So if you feel silly, just, it's okay. We're all doing this together. So when you're ready, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, audible. Again, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, nice and loud. Good, do that one more time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Breathe with me. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, mouth closed. Exhale. One more time on your own. Good. You can relax. You can open your eyes. So that Ujjayi breath is, you do the Ujjayi breath by constricting in the back of your throat, which allows the air to swirl back there and make that nice audible sound. The Ujjayi breath has also been called ocean breath, lion breath, You could even call it Darth Vader breath because it kind of sounds like it. But your breath is really a key part of your yoga practice. If you're not breathing during yoga, you're actually not doing yoga. You're just stretching. And stretching is great, but as we move through these next movements that we're going to be doing, I'd like you to focus on your breathing and try to allow your breath to guide the movement instead of moving and then remembering to breathe. This is something that takes a lot of practice, so don't get frustrated if you feel like you're thinking too much about breathing. It'll start to get more natural, but in general, whenever you're reaching or getting longer or stretching, you're going to be inhaling, and whenever you're moving into a fold or a stretch, to go deeper into a stretch, you usually exhale. So that's kind of generally speaking. What we're going to do next, we're actually going to move to our mats, or you can pull up a square of carpet, that works too. And we are going to work on the sun salutations. So what we're going to do first, we're going to move through them together, and I'm just going to verbally guide you as well as show you. And then we're going to break it down movement by movement. I'll show you proper alignment as well as some modifications that you can do for your sun salutations. So you're going to step to the top of your mat and maybe rock forward and back on the balls of your feet, on your heels. Extend your fingertips down towards the earth and find a nice grounding sensation through your mat and through your feet. And now, just like we practiced, you're going to engage your Ujjayi breath by inhaling through your nose and exhaling also through your nose. Start to deepen your breath. Inhale. Mouth closed. Nice audible exhale. Sun salutation A. On your inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump into a high plank, and take your half push-up chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. We're going to be here for about 5 counts. In your downward facing dog, it's okay to have your knees bent. Your hands are about shoulder width apart. Your feet are about hip width apart. You're trying to keep your spine nice and long. We're here for about 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Hands come to your shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, look towards your knees. Now inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, palms press. Exhale, back to your standing, equal standing posture. Again, deep inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, half push-up chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, good. On your inhale, push into your mat, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands to shins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now, deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. And exhale, back to equal standing posture, Samasthiti. Moving on to Sun Salutation B. On your inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. chair. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga, half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, right away, your right foot shoots forward between your hands. Left heel swivels down flat. Inhale, sweep your arms up to warrior one. And exhale, plant your hands, shoot your right foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left foot shoots between your hands. Right heel is flat. Deep inhale, warrior one. And exhale, plant your hands, shoot your foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose for 5 counts. Child's pose if you need to know, or if you need a break. You drop to your knees, hips come back. Rest your forehead on the mat. It's a great place to be, especially if you feel like you're out of breath. Definitely take a child's pose. Good, wherever you are, let's all meet in a downward facing dog. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, hands to shins. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees. Deep inhale, sweep your arms up to chair. And exhale, back to Samasthiti, equal standing posture. Awesome. So that was 2 sun salutation A and 1 sun salutation B. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through each of the postures in the sun salutations. I'll talk about proper alignment and some modifications. So, equal standing posture is pretty self-explanatory, I think. Normally, you have your big toes close together, your heels slightly apart, the legs engaged, the body nice and strong. One variation, if you feel a little off balance here, you can take the feet hip width apart, and that's a good modification. Next posture, just reaching the arms up, palms pressed. Try not to interlace your fingers, just palms touching. And now the next one, as you fold forward, you can swan dive your arms. It doesn't really matter what you do with your arms. You can go forward, you can go out to the side. As you fold, what I want you to avoid is hunching your back. So if you look something like this, that is not ideal. What I would prefer is that you soften your knees and lengthen your spine, shoulder blades pressing together, look towards your knees. So if your hamstrings are really tight, I would much prefer that your knees were bent and fingertips down, looking at your knees, rather than straight legs and a rounded spine. So if you want to try that again, from palms pressed up above your head, then you swan dive forward, you get to a point where you can't really fold anymore, soften your knees and look towards them. The next one, hands come to your shins. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Again, the knees can stay soft, or if you're feeling good, you can lengthen out through the legs. So that's the option there. From here, plant your hands. Again, the knees can be soft. You can step to your high plank. Eventually, you'll be able to hop both feet back and lower down slowly into chaturanga. Now, chaturanga, it's going to be kind of a struggle at first if you're not used to doing it, or if your upper body strength is limited right now. That's okay. We're going to work on it, and hopefully you'll feel your upper body strength increase throughout the class while you're doing sun salutations. So, correct alignment for this is to keep your elbows right next to your rib cage. Your elbows should actually touch your sides of your rib cage, but never go past. So you do want to stop so that your arms are at a right angle. You're on your toes, you're looking forward, and you stop. So you're not dropping down. That's not correct. Drop to here, hold, and then you'll just peel the chest open. Now, you're probably wondering what to do if you're not able to stop yourself, if that's not working out. There's a lot of options. One option is to not go down as far, but stay on the toes. So that looks like this. You would just go down slightly until you can't anymore, and then upward dog. Or another option is actually just to come to your knees from your plank. And again, go down, or you can limit the range of motion, just go down slightly, and then peel open. Another thing I'd like to mention about upward facing dog, lots of people don't know the difference between upward facing dog and cobra, so I'll just quickly explain. Upward facing dog is when you're on your tops of your feet, your thighs are engaged, they're not touching the mat, and the legs are floating. Cobra, you basically just bring your thighs down to the mat. It's a little bit more relaxed. I'm not really picky about which one you do. If you're feeling really tired, go ahead and take Cobra, rest your thighs on the mat. If you're wanting a more intense yoga practice, engage the quads and do your upward facing dog. So again, don't fret about it too much. Let's move to our downward facing dog. So from your upward dog or your Cobra, you're going to curl your toes under, or if you want, you can roll over your toes if you're able to do that. Your hips move up and back, and like we already talked about, your hands are shoulder width, feet are about hip width. And I'm going to talk about some of the things I commonly see. The biggest thing is usually the hamstrings are tight and the shoulders are tight, and so we get something that looks kind of like this lumpy mountain. So let's talk about how we can fix it. So it doesn't matter if your knees are soft, but again, try to push through your arms and open up your armpits, and you can keep the knees soft. So from my wrist to my hips, you want to see a nice long straight line, and eventually you'll work on lengthening out the legs and the heels coming to the mat. But for now, your heels can be up, your knees can be soft, as long as you're trying to find that straight line from your wrist to your hip. That's the goal. If you don't know how to do that, maybe try taking a short video of yourself doing it, or ask a friend to help you get in the right shape, and just keep working on it. It will come with time. So the only other postures that I'd want to talk about is probably just Warrior One. So Warrior One, let's start in downward facing dog. You're going to shoot the right foot in between the hands, your left heel down, and then arms come up. One thing to remember in this is that your right toes or your front toes face forward, the back toes face about 45 degrees, so maybe like the side wall or the corner of the room you're in. Your hips and shoulders are squared off to the front of the mat. Arms are reaching tall. If you want, you can press the palms together, a little more modified. Palms apart, but fingertips reaching. And that's Warrior One. So you can try all of these modifications, see which one feels the best, and with time, you'll just feel that you get a little bit more flexible and a little bit stronger, and they're not so bad. So typically before a yoga practice, you would do 3 sun salutation A and 2 sun salutation B. That's typical for my class. If you're in a traditional Ashtanga class, it's a little bit more, but for my class, I like to do 3 sun salutation A, 2 sun salutation B. So that is what I would encourage you to do, is practice this, figure out the modifications you need to do, and actually video yourself, see what's going on, where the alignment might be off, or what you can do to fix it up a little bit. Again, we're not going to workshop all of our yoga flows like this. We're just going to do this for the sun salutations because I think they're really important. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys feel excited to practice your sun salutations, and I can assure you they will just get better with time and with consistent practice of them. So that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and good luck. Namaste.